So WISeKey here at the Monaco Media Forum. This is a new vertical for us. Media is important for WISeKey. So a lot of the future revenue in the internet is going to be from the media sector. Social media in particular is growing very fast. And one of the major issues on social media is the confidentiality issues. How I store my data, who owns that data, how can I delete that data. So those are the subjects we came here to discuss with media experts around the world. And this is going to be our main announcement that we're going to be making during those days.
Future of global media. This is the place to be in mid-November.
Thank you very much, John. And
create a future of global media.
Kind of like, I think of it as sort of Switzerland of mobile.
We've heard for a long time that mobile is the future, and now it sounds like mobile is here.
WISeKey is introducing our new technology on media with the name WISeID Media, which is a digital ID on an app which you can load into iPads, iPods, devices, mobile devices. The interest of WISeID is that you can now, with your digital ID, you use for browsers connections or for digital sign, emails, and so on. Now you can associate that ID with ads. Means that media companies can broadcast a specific advertising profiling directly to the ads ID specification. So you can, without disclosing the identification of the person, because that identification is encrypted within the app, you can now target advertising specifically to that person. Let's say I like golf, or I like sports in particular, or I like a brand in particular. That specific advertising can be sent directly to my email, directly to my iPhone, iPad. The value of that is that the internet is moving towards digital identification. There is a gravity center of the internet which is shifting to digital IDs, because digital IDs is the only way that you can protect user profile. And this is a new opportunity for media companies to be able to monetize this huge ecosystem which is being built now, which presently is nobody's monetizing. WISeKey is the first company globally to deploy global IDs as a way of ensuring people to interconnect to the internet securely. So we are here talking to media companies, to advertisers, content providers, people that they would like to associate their content with digital identities. We also have team with several brand companies, and they are promoting their brands over the internet. There are emotional brands like sport brands, and they have a huge ecosystem of fans, users. And now what we are doing is issuing a branded WISeID with the brand ID to that ecosystem. That, let's say that if you are a follower of a very big soccer team, which might have hundreds of millions of followers around the world, now it is possible with your WISeID branded with that sport club to be able to follow matches over the internet, access to content, participating into a social network, and so on around the brand specifications. We just actually launched a system for Swiss watch manufacturers with the name Hublot, on which now every owner of an Hublot watch has a WISeID, and with that specific ID they can access a social network with the name hublotista.com, which is a private social network on which, with their ID, which is on the form of a smart card, they can now activate that ID and participate it into one-to-one relations with other watch owners. So the market is going to be moving towards a very large ecosystem of digital identification. That's one of the reasons why WISeKey is growing so fast and so big, because digital IDs are becoming now a commodity. And this is going to revolutionize the way on how advertising and media content providers are going to be pushing content to ID user. It's going to solve also a major issue, which is the issue of confidentiality, and making sure that your identification and your data is not going to be stored in huge databases. All the issues now on there is a need for a delete button on the internet, so you can delete the records and the information that you would put in social networks. All that is solved with a digital ID. So not only solves the issue on trust, confidentiality, and anonymity, it also allows a new business model, which is recurring business model that will allow media companies to monetize those ecosystems.